Hey, Chef Ro here. Today we're going to talk about cutting tomatoes. First and foremost, we need to talk about your knife. A lot of people like using a serrated knife on a tomato, and that's perfectly fine. It does work easier. You don't have to worry about if it's sharp or not because the serrated knife stays sharp on average 7 to 10 years without needing it sharpened. And if you're using a standard knife with a straight edge, it does have to be dead sharp for it to work on your tomato without just smooshing it. It's a very technical term. Okay? Serrated knives, the people who don't like to use a serrated knife on the tomatoes say that it rips it and that a straight blade is a cleaner cut, but basically it comes down to whatever works best for you. I'm going to show you with a straight blade knife. Just know that if you're using a serrated knife, you're going to need to go in more of a sawing motion than I'm going to go just in a single motion. Okay? First things first, we're going to take my tomato. Now this is a really tiny tomato because it's just for me for a salad today, but this works the same for any tomato out there. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this tomato in half, okay? Right down the center. Now this core, some people, before they do this, they take a little paring knife and go around the core and take it out. Some people have something called a tomato shark. It looks like a melon baller with teeth on it, and they just scoop it out. Those are great. I used to use those all the time in commercial kitchens. But if you don't have either of those things or don't want to sit there and point a sharp object right towards your hand, this is going to be a simpler way to do it. Now that I have this cut, I have a flat side, which if you've seen my other videos, you know I'm a big fan of. Flat side, and all you're going to do is cut right on either side, just like that, and that pops right out. Okay, so right on either side, pops right out. I'm going to show you two ways to de-seed this tomato because the seeds they add a lot of extra moisture and they are quite bitter. I know that's where a lot of the lycopene lies, but especially if you're going to cook the tomato, you definitely want to get those seeds out of there. So in a commercial kitchen, we quarter it and we take our knife and just do that. And then use our thumb to spit it out. Show you one more time. Take it and, okay, just like that, thumb pulls it out. That scares some people because, you know, I'm pointing the knife right at my hand. You don't have as much control. So sometimes I also use highly specialized kitchen equipment. Love me some highly specialized kitchen equipment because that takes that right out just like that. Then, if I have it this way, it gives me something to hold on to. And I can, as you see, I roll this as I go, and now I have my sticks. When we dice anything, it's always planks, then sticks, then cubes, and now I have my sticks. So now I line my sticks up, come across, and now I have a dice. Okay, and notice, make sure you're going all the way through. A lot of times people stop a little too early and they get what I call caterpillars. I'm trying to make it happen here. And they stick together like that, just like this. You've got to make sure that that back of your knife really drops or else it won't go all the way through. Okay, and so you can see cutting a quarter of a tomato is no different than a half. Okay, all the same dice. Now you know how to dice all those tomatoes that have been growing crazily in your garden. Hopefully you'll be able to use them as often as I do.